Hey, look at that! Welcome back to Let's Play Divinity Origins of Sin, and this time I remembered to start the game before starting the recording. The voices are awfully loud for me, so... Okay, that should be just fine. So, what were we doing again? Huh. Oh yeah, now I remember. It's been quite a while since I last played, so you'll excuse me if I have forgotten how to play. I was supposed to go to the healer's house and interrogate her apprentice. This is not it. Septimus. Legions. Oh god, I have no water. Oh well. Legion's greetings. I have been informed about your heroics on the beach, where that I had been there to partake in the battle, but my duties lie here, sworn as I am to protect Lady Esmeralda from the rabble that would enforce summary justice on her, even though she is, until proven guilty, wholly innocent. And you are? I am Septimus, seventh son in a household of 9, legionnaires all. Me and 2 brothers of mine were assigned to Sicil from day 1. Alas, both of them have long since fallen in battle against the dead, but I never shall I lose heart. Long as a single legionnaire stands, all of us remain undefeated in the eyes of gods. What do you think about Esmeralda? So fair a lady I have seldom seen in all of Riverland, my friend, and I have travelled more extensively than migratory birds do. She stands accused of murder, but in my mind her presumed guilt is a fallacy and indeed a fabrication. Steadfast will I guard her. Never will I waver unless absolute proof of her culpability should be brought before me, and I hold no such proof exists. Let's discuss Jake's death. Jake's murder is, in a word, a tragedy. He was well loved in all of Sicil. The Council of 7 couldn't have wished for a better ambassador. That he of all people should have braved the undead siege for so long, only to be felled by foul sorcery, is heart-rending. You claim to possess the evidence that implicates that Lady Esmeralda in the murder of her husband. Well, let's have it then. I think you should have a look at this letter. Okay. Let me have a quick read. Wait, what? There's another... she had an admirer who wanted her to kill her husband, then elope with him. What madness is this? It cannot be true. Sorry, I really can't voice act right now. I'm having a horrible headache. This is just plain god awful. I'd like to ask you some questions. Nah, I'll take my leave. This isn't exactly the house I was looking for. What house could it be? I've not been inside here yet, so let's go there. Run, my little friends, run! Run like the cowards you are. I should take a look at their abilities, personality. So Frederick has 1 charisma and 1 leadership. Also 1 charisma. Okay. so charm should be like the #1 priority. Could this be it? House of Healing? I suppose this is correct. Teleron. You'll find... oh. Whoops. But if one were to reduce the quantity of Scaldust by a percentage or 2, perhaps the stability could be increased by as much as threefold under the right conditions. Oh, a source hunter. Imagine that. Quite a bit, more petite than the last of your kind I encountered, aren't you? Yes, by nearly 20 centimeters of tibia and half circumference of the biceps brachii, as my memory serves. But no matter. Even if it wouldn't spare its hearty, even if it couldn't spare its heartiest specimen, I'm sure the order sent the individual with the next highest probability of success. Let's discuss your... actually, let's tell me about yourself. Me, why? I'm more than a little surprised you haven't heard of me. Perhaps I can jog your memory. It was I who cured the Duchess of Arata of her unslackable thirst, a simple pinch of Atropa belladonna into her morning tea. I who discovered that aging itself can be halted by a single application of tincture of Ciquata Douglasii to the tongue. Not to mention that it has been only my tutelage that has permitted my apprentice Evelyn to soar the Olympian heights that she has, by the grace of good guidance and good fortune, managed to reach. So your apprentice has enjoyed some success. Oh my! Whoops. So your apprentice has enjoyed some success. Yes. If that's how we are referring to the secretive use of revolutionary healing method hardly approaching the hinterlands of her understanding. She is in the other room as we speak. Perhaps you can prevail upon her to offer a demonstration. Revolutionary healing method, can you elaborate? Some manner of quackery I can hardly stand to allow in my house of healing. She has procured a stone supposedly capable of preternatural feats of healing, but I know neither the source of the stone's power nor the nature of the game itself. She claims to have gotten the relic from a little northern town, Silver Glen by name, that an abbot there blessed it with the power of to heal. Utter rubbish, I say, but these blasted undead haunting the travel routes, I can hardly march up to Silver Glen to learn the truth myself. Do you know anything about Jake's murder? The counselor, a terrible loss that. Though we were hardly more than acquaintances, I knew him to be a devoted civil servant. From what I can tell, it seems to be a simple case of jealousy turned violent. The affairs of his wife Esmeralda were hardly a secret, you know. Oh God, my throat is so dry. Let me ask you about the affairs around Sicyon. What can you tell me about the plague of undead? I've applied my ample experience to that particular problem for near 2 years and have come nearly a step closer to its resolution in all that time. I'd go so far as to declare the problem unsolvable. Some events, Source Hunter, can neither be neither controlled nor understood by mere men. Okay, I'll take my leave then. Excuse me, this is a private sick room. Who in the name of Seven do you think you are barging in here? Out, I say. Actually, let's say right here. Out, I say, right this instant. Tell me about yourself. Sigh. I'm sorry, it's this task. I feel my very being is unraveling at its most tenuous seams. I am an apprentice of the healing art. Healing. But this decision feels like precisely the opposite. I have but one healing stone, you see, and two direly wounded men who need it. I have been racking my brain trying to figure out the best method to settle this grave situation, but perhaps it's better off in the hands of an esteemed source hunter. Surely you are accustomed to weighing life and death, more accustomed to weighing life and death than I. Tell me about the patients. I'd like to know about Boris. One of the brave few willing to traverse the trade routes plagued by the undead. Young man, but excellent in matters of business. Before he fell victim to an orcish club in the north, that is. Thankfully for him, a cattle trader found him nearly dead, but not quite so, and brought him here straight away. I'd like to know more about Stephen. Quite the venerable staple of Sicil, Stephen, and recently blessed with third grandchild. He was leading a crew of builders when a stray beam struck him in the temple, and only a few days shy of his last day of work before retirement, no less. Nearly everyone in Sicil is familiar with Grinning Stephen, and as you can imagine, he is quite dear to his family. So I need to choose which one of them will live. That's a pretty hard decision, actually. You are? I thank you a million times for help. Who have you decided should receive the healing stone? God, that's actually a really hard choice. I don't... Oh my, this is... I'm going to say that the younger man should have it. Or should... I don't... Oh my. I'm going to say that the younger man should have it. He still has a future. Boris's life has just begun. We can't cut it short now. He should receive the stone. Yes, Boris deserves to experience all the pleasures of life that Stephen has already enjoyed. Pragmatic. Okay. Boris it is. Yes, I'll deliver the stone. I'm glad we'll get to save one man, but my heart breaks for the other. I know. That's really harsh. What did I unlock? That was quite something. Let's talk to Evelyn now. Thank you eternally for your help. Though your reaction to the healing stone, I have no idea what to make of it. About your healing stone. That strange reaction you caused, blue lightning from a healing stone. I've never seen anything like it. And the stone looks different now too. Like it's devoid of life. I begin to wonder if its magical properties survived your little reaction. Tell me about yourself. I've been studying under Theliron for some time now, but that task being asked by to play the gods was the first time I've questioned my, well, suitability for the work. I've passion for this work, you see. A passion to see things put in order, from a flesh wound healed to an entire city made resistant to fatal illness. What right has something as trivial as a wound or senseless as an epidemic to take a human life? Let's talk to Boris. I'm feeling stronger already. 1,000 thanks to you, my hero. I promise I won't waste the life you've given me. Tell me, what will you do with your renewed life? What will I do? What won't I do? Seeing how short life can be, how easy